Hi and welcome to this video on strings. Hi, I'm Raghavendra, an expert in AI, ML and data engineering. By the end of this video, you will be able to learn how to subset and slice strings. You will as well be able to perform some operations by using list methods. So what are strings? Strings is an immutable collection of characters. Strings are case sensitive and strings are indexed from 0. So here I take a string Bangalore. So strings can either be enclosed using single quotes or double quotes. So I have Bangalore string being enclosed in double quotes and I assign it to an object word. So word of 0 within square bracket I put a value of 0. So that's going to extract the first element from the string, that is uppercase B. Word of -1 is going to give you the last element of the string, that is E. Length of the word is going to give you the total number of elements or characters in the string. So again, colon operator can be used to slice the list 3 to 6. This is the inclusive index and this is the exclusive index. 3 to 6 excluding 6. All these elements are going to be printed. That is elements at index 3, 4 and 5. It is GAL which is going to be printed. Word of 2 colon, that is elements starting from index 2 till the last, is going to be printed. That is NGALORE is going to be printed. Strings can be iterated. So you're going to iterate on the characters of the string. So for char in the string word, you're going to pick up one character at a time and you're going to process that. And here I'm just printing out all the characters in the string. In operator can be used to search for a particular character or particular substring within a string. So I have the search character L. So if it is present, I'm going to print the message. If it is not present, I'm going to print that particular character is not present. So L is present in the word Bangalore. Right? I can as well check if a particular substring, that is a sequence of characters, is present in a bigger string. That is, I'm going to check if this substring bang is present in the word which consists of Bangalore. Yes, it is present. So hence you see a Boolean value true over there. Let's see what happens if I assign a value of z to the character at index 3. Let's see what happens. You're going to get an error, which means that strings are immutable. You can't make any changes to the elements or the characters within a string. Multi-line characters are denoted using /n. So here is a string and this is going to be the line 1 of the string. This is going to be line 2 and this is going to be line 3. So /n is going to be our new line character, right, which is going to take the string to the next line. So let's print it out. Yep, I have 3 lines here. This is line 1, line 2 and line 3. So multi-line strings can as well be denoted using triple quotes, opening and closing. Within that, any string you have is going to be a multi-line string. Yep. So you have a multi-line string. Now let's move on in applying some of the string methods, that is starts with split, join, strip, find, replace and count. We are going to apply and understand these methods when applied on strings. I have a word Bangalore, which is a string, and I'm going to apply this starts with method. So I'm going to check if this word is going to start with, if the initial character or the initial set of characters in the string has this particular phrase, that is BAN. Right? If it is present, it returns true, else it returns false. So second one is going to check if our string is going to start with B. First one is going to return true because the string Bangalore starts with BAN, but in the case of the second one, it outputs false because the word Bangalore doesn't start with lowercase b. Please note, our strings are case sensitive, right? So our string starts with an uppercase b, but we have supplied a lowercase b to starts with, and hence it returns false. Let's move on to split a string. So split by default is going to split on the default delimiter, that's a space, right? Welcome to Bangalore, I say text.split is going to give me a list of strings. So welcome is going to be one string, 2 is going to be another, Bangalore is going to be another string. I get a list of strings over there where my input string, the input bigger string which had spaces, is now broken down. Now I can even have a comma between every word, and I can say text.split of comma. I can specify the delimiter as comma. I want to split the strings based on comma. So here you go. You get the output as a list. I have the first string, substring as welcome to Bangalore, where I have them separated out or split it out. Yeah. Next is I have a string date is 23 space 07 space 2019. So I pass two arguments to split, the delimiter, which is the space, and a number 2 there. 2 here signifies we would want to split till the second character, and rest all will be forming a single string. So let's see what happens. Till the first delimiter, I have date separated out. Till the second delimiter, I have is separated out. After the second delimiter, rest all, the entire string is going to be together. It's not going to be divided or splitted further. Right? So you have it. Now, if I say text.split of space as the first argument, comma 2, and I subscript, within the subscript if I specify 2, I am actually extracting only the date portion. So that gives me the third component of the split, that is third element from the split, that is only the date component can be extracted. So the reverse of split is to join. So I have a list of strings, hi, hello, how are you, are different elements of my list, LST. Now I say space dot join of list. Now every element of this list is going to be joined or combined with the space as a delimiter. Right? Now you have a single string where every element of the list is now being joined together using a space. So let's take a multi-line which comprises of /n denoting new line. So when I say multi-line dot split on /n, it's going to give me every line as one element of the list. Moving on further, we are going to learn about the strip method. Strip is going to remove the white space characters before and after a string. So what are the white space characters? It can be a space or a horizontal tab or a new line or a vertical tab, a feed or a carriage return. Right? So all of these are going to be removed before and after the string. So here I have a word, a string in double quotes, TimesPro, which has spaces before and after. So you can see there are spaces before and after. You can say word.strip, it's going to remove out spaces before and after. Yep, here you go. No spaces before and after, it is completely removed. Not only spaces, anything, any white space character, being a tab or a new line or a vertical tab, carriage return, all of those are going to be removed before and after a string. So here I have another string where I have a space to start off and a tab at the end. So this is the string. Now word.strip is again going to remove all of that. So even a space, a tab is going to be removed here. Moving on further, we're going to look at the find method. I'm going to get the index of the first occurrence of a particular character, right? Word.find of R, right? Yes, it is present at index 8. Next, moving on, we're going to look at replace. It's going to replace all occurrences of a particular character or set of characters. So I have the string, I'm not interested, I'm not in a position to work. I'm going to say line.replace of not, right, with an empty string. Right? So it replaces all not followed by a space with an empty string. Yep, here you go. And the modified string or another string, what we get, output string, what we get is I am interested and I am in a position to work. So the not gets replaced by an empty string. So it's going to be completely removed. So here is the difference between a strip and replace. Strip removes only white space characters before and after the string, but replace replaces a character or a sequence of characters with another character anywhere in the string, and it does for all the occurrences of that character or sequence of characters. Moving on, I want to find out how many times a particular character occurs in a string. That is, for that I have the count method. Word.count is going to count how many times R occurs in this string Bangalore TimesPro. So you have two R, isn't it? You have R in Bangalore, you have R in Pro. Okay, let's take another example. I have a string. Today's date is 23/07/2019. I want to extract only the date portion, and I just not only just extracting the date, I want to extract the date in this format with hyphen between the components of the date 23-07-2019. How do I do that? So for that, I'm going to split on space till the third space. So this is going to be split, this is going to be split, this is going to be split. This entire remaining portion of the string is going to be retained as is, that is 23/07/2019. This component goes to the list at index 3, which I am extracting. To this, I am applying dot replace, where space is replaced by a hyphen. And by the way, all the occurrences of space is going to be replaced by hyphen. And here you go. You have the date extracted and you have hyphen as the delimiter between the components of the date. Here are the key takeaways in this video. So strings are heterogeneous collections of characters. Strings can be indexed starting from 0. In operator on strings is going to check for the presence of a character or a sequence of characters in a string. String methods allows us to perform various operations on strings. Thank you.